All right, No Hate Nation, I hope you're ready to go down a political and corporate corruption rabbit hole, which is thankfully only government officials and their friends stealing taxpayer money and billionaires ripping off normies. And it's not some scheme to cover up massive trafficking networks. So take the wins when you can. Okay, this is rough. It's probably a lot easier if you read my article, find the links, but we're going to try to do it on video. If you've not seen ISIS spending $38 billion to unnecessarily build a prison network for undocumented immigrants across the country, $38 billion is 5 times the amount we spend on WIC in a year. It's also almost exactly the amount we spend on transportation infrastructure and public transit. So, the next time you're angry about a pothole, be happy that at least we now have a dozen concentration camps littered around our country. I'm sure the money, though ridiculous, is being spent responsibly, legally, and with open bidding, though, right? Only if this is your first day on Earth. These have all been no bids. DHS bought this property with a property value estimate of 18.7 million, and they bought it for 70 million. They bought the property from a company called Core Civics, which is in the prison business. So why is DHS giving them such an incredible deal? Core Civics is mostly owned by BlackRock and the Vanguard Group. There you go. BlackRock has been openly supporting the new Trump accounts for children and have stopped supporting net zero alliances since Trump has asked them to. One of their executives was also in line to receive a top position in the Federal Reserve. The BlackRock CEO, many of you know, Larry Fink, has also been an advisor for Trump since 2020, and he's currently working to try and secure a deal for rebuilding Ukraine after the war. Either way, there's a lot of back scratching going on here. As for the Vanguard Group, they own almost 15 million shares of DJT, over 5% of Trump's media company. There's also reports that the Trump organization owes them a considerable sum of money. Lastly, they are also donating money to the Trump accounts for children. Is this one way to help Trump get out of his personal debt that he owes to the company? Paying them triple the going rate for a property? Time to dig a little deeper. I hope you're listening. DHS also bought a Maryland property for $102 million. This property was assessed last year at $77 million, so another $30 million over estimated value. Well, what's the connection here? This one gets deep and crooked. A company called Penzance owns an affiliate with the name of Wright Road Industrial. They purchased the property for $8 million in 2021 and then built out the property. They spent $35 million to build the property out. So, Wright Road Industrial is now down $43 million in total. They then sold it to Friend Hopewell for $105 million, making a profit of $62 million. Here's the corruption part. You need to hear this. Fun fact, both the buyer and seller are both subsidiaries of Penzance. Penzance bought the empty land, Penzance developed it, and then Penzance invented a brand new subsidiary to buy it for an exorbitant price. Why'd they do that? Great question, because this brand new subsidiary named Friend Hopewell was crowdfunded through a site called Fundrise. Penzance used common, normal folks' money to pay themselves $105 million for a $43 million investment. That property then just sat empty, costing money, returning nothing to the crowd-funded investors until DHS just bought it for $102 million. Here's what that means. Penzance gets to pocket the $62 million they stole from random crowdsourcing people, but then they get to write off the $11 million in losses by holding it for 3 years, never having it occupied, and losing money on the sale to DHS. Julia Springer and Victor Tolkien, the married couple and co-founders of Penzance, made tens of millions of dollars, all while the public investors who then lost the money received a nice tax write-off.